Hello, and welcome to Healthy Start. Today, I'm diving into one of the most misunderstood topics in healthcare: cholesterol and heart attacks. This subject is so clouded with confusion that countless people are suffering needlessly. The oversimplified narratives like HDL is good, LDL is bad, or high cholesterol is dangerous are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to understand, and I'm here to break it down for you. You'll hear claims that statins are necessary if diet and exercise fail, but what diet? What exercise? People often ask me about natural remedies to lower cholesterol, but the real question is, do we even want to lower it? I'm not saying statins are never useful or that cholesterol can be too high for some. For about 1% of people with genetic conditions like familial hypercholesterolemia, statins might be the right choice. But for the vast majority, blanket statin prescriptions based on high cholesterol are a problem. I'm not claiming higher cholesterol is always better or that you should ignore your blood work. What I am saying is that diagnosing based on a single marker, like high LDL, and then prescribing a drug that disrupts liver function is one of the greatest disservices in modern medicine. Let's explore why. First, let's understand cholesterol itself. This molecule is vital, synthesized in nearly every cell of your body except red blood cells. The liver produces a lot of it, but every cell with a nucleus can make it too. Your body tightly regulates cholesterol. Eat less, it makes more. Eat more, it makes less. Why? Because cholesterol is essential. Your brain, which holds 23% of your body's cholesterol, depends on it. The cholesterol molecule is too large to cross the blood-brain barrier, so the brain manufactures its own supply. That's how critical it is. Cholesterol is a key structural component of cell membranes, making up 30% of the molecules in every cell's biliary. This membrane is the decision maker of your body, processing billions of bits of information per second. It controls what enters and stays out of the cell, where metabolism, hormone production, and protein synthesis happen. Cholesterol balances rigidity and flexibility in these membranes, ensuring they function properly. The brain, with its dense network of cell membranes, relies heavily on cholesterol to handle signals. Beyond the brain, cholesterol is crucial for nerve function. Your nervous system sends signals through axons, like electrical wires in your home. These axons need insulation, called myelin, which is 27% cholesterol. When myelin is defective, as in multiple sclerosis, the consequences are severe. Cholesterol is also a precursor to bile, which your gallbladder uses to digest fats. It's the foundation for steroid hormones like testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, and cortisol. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is often villainized, but it's essential for survival. Without it, you couldn't respond to life's challenges like dodging a speeding bus. Given these roles, do we really want to blindly suppress cholesterol? The side effects of doing so are dramatic, and we'll explore why. Now, let's tackle LDL and HDL. You've heard LDL is bad and HDL is good, but that's too simplistic. LDL, or low-density lipoprotein, carries more cholesterol and delivers it where the body needs it. HDL, high-density lipoprotein, has less cholesterol and collects excess, returning it to the liver. Both are essential. The issue isn't LDL or HDL, it's their health. Large, fluffy LDL particles are harmless, but small, dense LDL particles indicate trouble. These small particles form due to inflammation and oxidative stress, caused by sugar, toxins, and excess free radicals. Free radicals are normal byproducts of metabolism, but too many tip the balance. Small LDL isn't the cause of disease, it's a victim of these underlying issues. Think of LDL as a fire department arriving at a crash. You wouldn't blame firefighters for the accident, they're there to help. Similarly, LDL shows up to repair damage from inflammation, not cause it. When blood work shows cholesterol over 200, many doctors reflexively prescribe statins. But what do statins do? They upregulate LDL receptors in the liver, which recycle LDL particles. Each LDL particle has an ApoB protein that receptors recognize. Statins increase these receptors, pulling more LDL, specifically the healthy, fluffy kind, out of circulation. But the small, oxidized LDL, with damaged ApoB proteins, isn't recognized by these receptors. So, while statins lower total LDL, they don't target the harmful kind. Worse, they shift the ratio, increasing the proportion of small, dense LDL relative to fluffy LDL. This ratio is a key predictor of heart disease. By reducing healthy LDL, statins may worsen this balance, potentially increasing risk. Small LDL causes damage in other ways. It signals high inflammation and oxidative stress, which can crack the inner lining of blood vessels, called the intima. Platforms not inside the vessel's lumen but between the intima and the muscular wall. Small LDL slips through these cracks more easily than large, fluffy LDL. Since receptors can't clear these damaged particles, the immune system steps in. Macrophages, like little Pac-Man cells, engulf small LDL, becoming foam cells that form plaque. This process, driven by inflammation, is what we need to address, not just cholesterol levels. Let's look at a real case to illustrate. A 43-year-old man came to me in September, and we ran blood work, repeating it 3 months later. His glucose was 82 initially, within the lab's 65-99 range, but I prefer under 88. After 3 months, it dropped to 70 for excellent control. Liver enzymes, AST and ALT, also improved. AST went from 29 to 20 lab range 0-40, but I like 25 or lower. ALT dropped from 40 to 27 lab range 0-44, but 40 is too high. Total cholesterol was 277, flagged as high lab range 10199, and stayed at 278. I'm more concerned about levels below 150, which could signal liver issues, than 300. Triglycerides, a marker of insulin resistance, fell from 112 to 65 lab range 0-149, but I prefer 50-80. VLDL, another insulin resistance indicator, dropped from 2210 lab range 5-40, but 40 is pre-diabetic. LDL-C, the calculated mass of LDL, was 209, then 215 lab range 0-99. Based only on cholesterol and LDL, he'd be a statin candidate. But 5 of 7 markers improved, showing he was getting healthier. To dig deeper, we ran an NMR profile, examining LDL particle size and number. His LDL particle count was 2,700, far above the lab's 1,000 threshold. But his small LDL particles dropped from 1,400 to 200, reducing the percentage of damaged particles from 52% to 9%. The lab allows up to 53% small LDL, but I consider that far too high. This dramatic reduction in small LDL slashed his heart disease risk, even though total cholesterol barely changed. 6 of 9 markers improved, so we'd monitor again in 3 months, not rush to statins. Now, let's examine statins' mechanism. They reduce cholesterol by inhibiting the mevalonate pathway, specifically HUM-CoA reductase, a key enzyme in cholesterol synthesis. This lowers cholesterol production, but it also reduces CoQ10, a critical mitochondrial enzyme for energy production. About 95% of your body's energy relies on CoQ10. Blocking it can sap energy, especially in high metabolism organs like the brain, heart, liver, and muscles. Statin side effects, called statin-associated symptoms SAMS, range from myalgia muscle pain to myositis muscle inflammation, to rhabdomyolysis where muscles disintegrate, which can be disabling or fatal. Statins are also linked to joint issues, type 2 diabetes, cognitive decline, hemorrhagic stroke, and liver and kidney toxicity. These risks stem partly from CoQ10 depletion. If you must take statins, supplement with at least 300 milligrams of CoQ10 daily. Studies raise more concerns. A 2021 study from the Society of Nuclear Medicine and Molecular Imaging found lipophilic statins more than double dementia risk, showing reduced metabolism in the posterior cingulate cortex, an early Alzheimer's marker. A 2005 neurology study followed people over years and found those with the highest cholesterol at age 70 had 69% less dementia, 80% less at 76, and 55% less at 79. Cholesterol is neuroprotective. A 1997 Lancet study on all-cause mortality showed people with the highest cholesterol had a 60% lower death rate than those with the lowest. Higher cholesterol correlated with longer life. You might worry that a low-carb, high-fat diet raises cholesterol. Saturated fats, like those in meat and butter, may increase fluffy, harmless LDL. Sugar, processed carbs, and seed oils, however, drive inflammation and small LDL. In the case I shared, the patient ate more meat, butter, and vegetables, cut sugar and fast food, and lowered carbs enough to reduce insulin. This shift, plus targeted supplements for scars, EMF exposure, detoxification, digestion, vitamin D, and immune support, addressed root causes. Generic supplements like ashwagandha or turmeric aren't enough. You must target specific issues. Mainstream heart-healthy diets low-fat, lean meats, fruits, grains, and seed oils often fail because they don't lower insulin enough to reverse metabolic syndrome. Exercise like intense boot camps can also backfire, driving glycolysis, sugar cravings, cortisol, and inflammation. For most, statins aren't the answer until you've tried the right diet and exercise. People often tell me they feel amazing better weight. Glucose, A1C, triglycerides, HDL, small LDL, sleep, and pain, but worry about high cholesterol. If other markers are improving, cholesterol of 200-350 is likely fine. At 500 or higher, consult a professional. If you're still unsure, get a coronary artery calcium score. A score of 0 means no plaque and low heart attack risk. Scores of 1 to 10 indicate minimal plaque, 11100 mild disease, 10140 moderate risk, and over 4. This inexpensive test, often not covered by insurance, clarifies your risk better than cholesterol levels alone. In conclusion, don't let fear of cholesterol control your health. Understand your body, focus on root causes, and make informed choices. If this video opened your eyes, save it, share it with friends, and help spread the truth. Subscribe to Healthy Start, hit the bell, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a life-changing video. Let's build a healthier future together.